Hey YouTube, New York Half-Ass Prepper. I've been meaning to make this video for a while here. This is a kind of a cool gun, and I think this is one of the guns that kind of started a lot of changes in the way they make guns. This is the Smith & Wesson SW99, and it's probably one of the funkiest Smith & Wessons out there. This was a collaboration between Smith & Wesson and Walther, and you can actually see it says Walther. It's stamped into the frame, and it also has the Smith & Wesson medallion stamped into the frame, and it says the frame is made in Germany, and it says Smith & Wesson, Springfield, Massachusetts, and SW99 on the slide. This one is chambered in 45 ACP, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is one of the first pistols that had removable and adjustable back straps. So you can punch these pins. I don't have them. I got the gun just like it is, but you can punch these pins and replace these back straps with different sizes. Now that's like standard on all of the polymer and some other handguns as well. The Gen 4 Glocks have this feature, and the CZs have it, and so forth. This is a cool gun. It has a European style paddle under the trigger guard magazine release, which is kind of cool. It takes a little bit of getting used to keep yourself from trying to push the button here, but it works well, and it's very handy. And one of the cool things about this gun, I don't know if it's cool or weird, however you want to look at it, is it's a striker fire gun. You can see the striker thing indicator back here in the back of the gun. It's in that hole there, and it's actually the back of the striker is painted red. See, I just cocked it there. There's regular 3-dot sights. It has a decocker, which is you push this button in on the top of the slide, and it decocks the pistol. And it's also double action, so you can pick the gun up, and you can see the striker moving back, and you have double action. So I guess that gives you second strike capability. Should the primer be bad or something in the thing, you take another shot at it. And now that's like a big deal on some pistols, especially Taurus advertises that. But it also has this feature that when the firearm is cocked, you can bring the trigger back to here. You know, the front part, that's just empty space take up there, and then you have a nice single action pull. And from what I understand, it's safe to carry it like that. And then it's kind of a little spongy trigger compared to some of the other guns that I have, but it's adequate. It takes 10-round detachable magazines in 45 ACP, so it's a good choice for New Yorkers because it's New York State legal out of the box. You can get bigger magazines, but they stick out of the gun. I guess that's a single stack. Maybe it might be slightly staggered. But it's a cool gun. There was a couple agencies that were using this as their duty weapon or their sidearm, and I think New Jersey State Police was one of them. Either still doing it or up until recently, they had this gun, and I know there's a few smaller departments out there that were using this, and I guess they were after those features. It looks like the Walther P99, because basically it's a copy of that, or the Smith & Wesson's version. I don't know which was marketed first or how that worked, but it's a cool gun. I had this out of the Bomies. It shoots well. It's a very interesting gun. However, it lacks, you know, if you compare this up against the Model 59 or the 659 that I have, it's just kind of like a sellout. They sold out to the polymer, and this was kind of the gun. I think that they had this in between the metal frame guns like the 5906, the 3rd generation, and the Smith & Wesson M&Ps before they designed and came out with those things. So it's kind of like an oddball in there, but it is listed in the Smith & Wesson catalog, and they're still out there. They're still a cool gun. So that's it. That's my little wrap on the SW99. Cool little gun. One of the kind of forgotten ones that Smith & Wesson put out. over the years. And I think they made this in 9mm and 40, if I'm not mistaken. I know the P99 came in those calibers. I'm not sure about if Smith offered in all of those, but I know it comes in something other than the 45 ACP. So that's it. I'm out of here.